Today we are going to discuss about certain important terms in the magnetism. So first of all, we are going to discuss some terms like induced magnetism, magnetic induction capital B, and magnetizing field capital H. Suppose you have a piece of metal. Suppose you take a metallic bar. This is iron. You take a small piece of iron. This is non-magnetic in nature. That means it is not a magnet. It's a normal ordinary piece of iron. And you apply an external magnetic field to this material, and this external magnetic field is given by H. So whenever you place an ordinary metallic magnetic material in an external magnetic field H, which is known as the magnetizing field, what happens? This non-magnetic iron rod gets converted into a magnet. So this is one method by which we can construct or we can make magnets. That is, you take a piece of magnetic material like iron or any other metal and you place it in an external magnetic field, and when you place such materials in a magnetic field like H, what happens? This non-magnet gets converted into a magnet. അതായത് നിങ്ങളൊരു പീസ് ഓഫ് ഏതെങ്കിലും ഒരു മാഗ്നറ്റ് ഉണ്ടാക്കാൻ പറ്റുന്ന ഏതെങ്കിലും ഒരു മെറ്റീരിയൽ എടുത്തിട്ട് നിങ്ങളൊരു എക്സ്റ്റേണൽ ഫീൽഡിൽ വെച്ച് കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ അതെന്തായിട്ട് കൺവേർട്ട് ചെയ്യപ്പെടും? കുറച്ച് കഴിയുമ്പോൾ അതൊരു മാഗ്നറ്റായിട്ട് മാറും. നോൺ മാഗ്നറ്റിക് ആണെങ്കിൽ മാഗ്നറ്റായിട്ട് മാറും. And this process of converting a material into a magnet, the process of converting a material into a magnet is known as magnetic induction. അതായത് initially ഇതിനകത്ത് ഒരു ഫീൽഡും this is not a magnet. After placing it in H, a magnetic field B is induced inside this material, and this field which is induced by the external magnetic field is known as the magnetic induction. So phenomenon of converting a non-magnet into a magnet is known as induced magnetism. The externally applied field H, the externally applied magnetic field H is known as the magnetizing field, and the field which is developed inside the material due to the application of H is known as the magnetic induction capital B. Now there will be some kind of relationship between this capital B and capital H. So what is the relationship between this capital H and the magnetic field induced inside the material capital B? And that relation is given by B is equal to mu into H, where mu is known as permeability. This mu is known as the magnetic permeability of that particular material. Now let us discuss what is this mu. So what is permeability? We have already studied what is permittivity, epsilon. This is the term used in electrodynamics. Now when it comes to permeability, it is related to magnetism. So it is the ability of a material to allow the passage of magnetic field lines through it. അതായത് നിങ്ങളൊരു മെറ്റീരിയൽ ഒരു എക്സ്റ്റേണൽ ഫീൽഡിൽ വെച്ച് കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ, suppose നമ്മൾ externally field apply ചെയ്യുന്നുണ്ട്. External field is applied means there will be large number of magnetic lines of force outside this material. So what is the ability of this material to allow the passage of this external field lines through it? അതായത് ഈ ഫീൽഡ് ലൈൻസിനെ സ്വന്തം ശരീരത്തിലൂടെ പാസ് ചെയ്യാനുള്ള ഒരു മെറ്റീരിയലിൻ്റെ കഴിവിനെ എക്സ്പ്രസ് ചെയ്യുന്നതാണ് പെർമിയബിലിറ്റി എന്ന് പറയുന്ന ടേം. And permeability of any material mu is equal to B divided by H, where H is the external field in which that material is placed and B is the field which is developed inside that material due to the external field H. This mu is equal to B divided by H. Suppose you are applying so when this material is replaced by air, For air, the permeability is represented as mu 0. Usually instead of air we say free space. There is a slight difference between air and free space, but now you can say air is same as free space. So when it comes to free space, mu is equal to mu 0, and for any other medium mu is given as mu 0 into mu r. So for air or free space we use mu 0 is equal to mu itself, but for any other medium other than air we use mu is equal to mu 0 into mu r, where mu 0 is the permeability of free space and mu r is known as the relative permeability of that particular medium. Relative permeability. So we can write the relative permeability mu r is equal to mu divided by mu 0. So next topic is intensity of magnetization, capital I. So intensity of magnetization may be defined as how much extent a material is converted into a magnet. എത്രത്തോളം ഒരു മെറ്റീരിയലിനെ നമുക്ക് മാഗ്നറ്റ് ആയിട്ട് കൺവേർട്ട് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റി എന്നുള്ളതിൻ്റെ ഒരു മെഷർമെൻറ്റിനെയാണ് നമ്മൾ ഇൻറ്റൻസിറ്റി ഓഫ് മാഗ്നറ്റൈസേഷൻ എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്. സപ്പോസ് ദ ഇൻറ്റൻസിറ്റി മാത്തമാറ്റിക്കലി ഇൻറ്റൻസിറ്റി ഓഫ് മാഗ്നറ്റൈസേഷൻ I is equal to magnetic dipole moment per unit volume. It is the magnetic dipole moment per unit volume. So suppose you have a bar magnet. Though suppose this magnet can be of any shape, we are considering bar magnet. And so bar magnet has when we place a bar shaped material in an external field H, what happens? It develops a north pole and a south pole. That is, the material is converted into a magnet. So what is the magnetic dipole of this particular material? We know I is equal to magnetic dipole moment per unit volume. So we know that magnetic dipole moment M is equal to the magnetic pole strength small m into the total length of the material, that is small m into 2L. And what is the volume of the material? The volume is the area, base area into total height of that particular material. What is the total area? We write it as A into length is given as 2 into L. Therefore I is equal to capital M divided by V, which is equal to M into 2L divided by A into 2L, which is equal to small m divided by A. That is, I is equal to small m divided by A, where this small m represents the pole strength of that particular magnet which is produced, and A is the area of cross section. Therefore intensity of magnetization can also be defined as the magnetic pole strength per unit area of the magnet. So one of the last term that we are going to discuss is the magnetic susceptibility, which is represented by chi. So magnetic susceptibility of a material gives the information that how easily that material can be converted into magnet. നമുക്ക് എത്ര എളുപ്പത്തിൽ ഒരു മെറ്റീരിയലിനെ മാഗ്നറ്റ് ആക്കി കൺവേർട്ട് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റും എന്നുള്ളതിൻ്റെ ഒരു മെഷർമെൻറ്റിനെയാണ് നമ്മൾ മാഗ്നറ്റിക് സസെപ്റ്റിബിലിറ്റി എന്ന് പറയാം. സപ്പോസ് chi is mathematically defined as chi is equal to I by H. Suppose you place a material in an external magnetic field H and its magnetic induction is given by I, then chi is equal to I divided by H. So chi is very large, implies the material can be easily converted into a magnet. Suppose chi is very small, then the material is it is very difficult to convert the material into a magnet. So susceptibility basically means മലയാളത്തിൽ നമ്മൾ പറയാ susceptibility എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ വഴങ്ങി കൊടുക്കുകയാണ്. ഇപ്പോൾ എക്സ്റ്റേണലി നമ്മളൊരു ഫീൽഡ് അപ്ലൈ ചെയ്ത് കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ എത്രമാത്രം ആ മെറ്റീരിയൽ എക്സ്റ്റേണൽ ഫീൽഡിന് വഴങ്ങി കൊടുക്കും എന്നുള്ളതിൻ്റെ ഒരു മെഷർമെൻറ്റിനെയാണ് നമ്മൾ എന്താ പറയുക മാഗ്നറ്റിക് സസെപ്റ്റിബിലിറ്റി. ആൻഡ് chi is equal to I divided by H for a particular material. Now we are going to talk about the relationship between the magnetic susceptibility and relative permeability for any magnetizing for any material. Now basically the relationship is given as mu r is equal to 1 plus chi. So this is the relationship between the relative permeability mu r and the susceptibility chi for any material that can be magnetized. So how can we derive this? So we know that we place a particular material in an external field, and that material gets converted into a magnet, and the magnetic induction B is given by B is equal to B0 plus Bm, where B0 is the magnetic induction in vacuum and Bm is the magnetic induction due to the magnetizing effect of the external field. So this is caused by the external field, and this is due to the effect in the vacuum. So B is equal to B0 plus Bm, and B0 is given as mu0 into H, and Bm is given as mu0 into I, where I is the magnetization. So finally B is equal to mu0 H plus mu0 I, which is taking mu0 outside, mu0 into H plus I is equal to B. But we already know that since B is equal to mu0 H plus I, we already know that B is equal to mu into H. We have already derived this. So since these two relations, the LHS of these two relations are equal, we can write mu H is equal to mu0 into H plus I. Now taking H common out of this bracket, we have mu0 into H. Now H is taken out from this term, you have 1 remaining. Since there is no H here, what we do is we multiply and divide by H. നമ്മൾ എന്ത് ചെയ്യും, ഇവിടെ H ഇല്ല, അപ്പോൾ നമ്മൾ Hനെ കൊണ്ട് മൾട്ടിപ്ലൈ ചെയ്യുകയും ചെയ്യും ഡിവൈഡ് ചെയ്യുകയും ചെയ്യും. എന്നാൽ നമ്മൾ മൾട്ടിപ്ലൈ ചെയ്ത് വെച്ചിരുന്ന Hനെ that particular H is taken outside the bracket. Therefore we have 1 plus I by H. This is what you get after taking H common outside. Now you can see that there are H on the both side. Now cancel that H, then you get mu is equal to mu0 into 1 plus I divided by H. For I divided by H, we already know I divided by H is the magnetic susceptibility. Now substituting and this taking this mu to the left, mu divided by mu0 is equal to 1 plus I divided by H. We know mu divided by mu0 is nothing but relative permeability mu r is equal to 1 plus I by H is the susceptibility of that material. So this is the final relation between relative permeability and the magnetic susceptibility of a material. In the next video we will be talking about the 3 different types of magnetic materials like paramagnetic, diamagnetic and ferromagnetic materials. Thank you.